A very good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Bears Best in Chongna, right here in Incheon. This is the 15th Lotte Open. We are into round two. My name is Glenn Mascarenas, and I'm here to take you through round two and all the way to the finale and the end of the event. I do hope that, you have had or enjoyed round one, but I have to say, in case you've joined us just now, then a very good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Bears Best in Chongna. Right here in Incheon, of course, it's going to be an exciting day for us. Remember, this is one of those courses that was designed by Jack Nicklaus, and I do believe that's the reason, of course, why it's called the Bears Best. There are a couple of them, of course, around the place. Kim Hyo-ju is also on the course today, and it's going to be interesting to see how she performs. So all said and done, an exciting day of golf lies right before us. We've had a couple of changes as far as the leaderboard is concerned, and we are going to take you, of course, through those standings as the day progresses. Well, it was Mara Som who really scaled the heights of success yesterday, and it's interesting to see what she can come up with. Function Sil. Well, needed to finish that by tapping that in. She had a fairly good day yesterday. Started off with a birdie as well today. Didn't start off, but it was on a fourth or fifth hole. So I think she's got herself up to that 4 under. Interesting turn of events. Swang Yumin, is back in the limelight too. So it will be interesting to see how she performs today. But all said and done, I think we've got an exciting day of golf lined up before us. Mada Som, and just narrowly misses out on that birdie. Well, she was in flying form yesterday. It's over now to Do Seung-hui as she aims to birdie on hole number 6. Oh, that's absolutely marvelous. So she's up to a 7 under. She's been in very good form, as we've seen in recent times. Very unassuming as a golfer. Always looks like she's got this very casual disposition, on the course. But she's lethal when it comes to winning tournaments. We saw what she did at the Heaven Masters. She almost looked like she was out of the tournament, came back in there and won it in style, in that playoff. And that was absolutely fantastic, to watch her in action. So all said and done, it's going to be a big one year for us today. Keep in mind the fact, of course, that we've got, the leaderboard to run through. And we will, of course, let you know how things stand on the leaderboard. Do Seung-hui will now tee off for hole number 7. It's a par 3 for the asking. She's got a very healthy score. And I think that that's a really, really important. Bang Chun-sil will tee off for hole number 7. That's an interesting one. I think, well, just got a bit of sand on her sleeve, but she'll be happy that, you know, she did get, well, that one through, and a very good recovery, if you ask me, from, you know, being stuck there in a bit of a muddle. So that should work well for her. Here's Kim Hyo-joo. Looks to finish on par. 96% par saves. So good for her. Well, 2 under is where she's stuck at. She's got a smile on her face as long as she can avoid those bogeys. I think anyone would be smiling. We've certainly missed Kim and Byul. She's back here looking to get off the beach. No sun tanning for today. That's going to be her 3rd stroke. She's got herself well, up and running back onto the green, and I think that's going to work for her. Wang Yumin will aim for birdie on hole number 8. And that's just scale past the destination for her. Kim and Byul will be happy, well, to finish off with the birdie there as she gets into the in. It's 2 under for her now. Kang Chae-yeon was on an even score onto a 3rd stroke for hole 11. Huang Yumin tees off. That's for hole 9. Kim Yoo-ju also teeing off for hole number 9. She's on a 2 under currently. And that's exactly what I meant about Huang Yumin. She's always sharing her fruits, always sharing her food with the other golfers as well as with the caddies. Function still now. Needs to really come good at her end. And that's just a narrow miss for her. She was too pleased with that. And that tap-in should just help out. We'll always hate seeing it when the ball is there stuck in like an egg in a nest. And that's of course when it does get out of all the fairways and it just sits there alone. Well, we will of course find out how our golfer navigates through that. Just a quick walk there into that area, if we can get a view of that. It's one of the most unique things, isn't it, in a golf course or in production for a golf event, where sometimes before the golfer and the caddy can get there, you've always got the cameraman and his assistant walking across. And I do believe that they walk a lot more than the golfers actually do. Well, Rose Jung-Wei here now will aim for birdie on hole number 7. She's up to a 7 under. It's been, well, going smoothly for her. Let's make that an 8 under. Currently, well, ranked 2nd, and if you just look at that, she's had 1 bogey and 5 birdies on the out. Kim Na-young, she'll aim for birdie on hole number 14. And that's well done. Just needed a gentle curve to knock that in, and I think she's held her own here. So after a buzzard, she has come back with a birdie, and I think it's going to be interesting for her, you know, as she gets through the day. I was just talking about Huang Yumin earlier. You know, has the days when she hits the high point of success, and then has the days where it gets just very daunting for her. Well, this isn't too bad. She's just out of the fairways and on the rough. You know, it's not out of bounds. It's not in the woods, although the woods, you know, do beckon beyond. I think it'll be interesting to see how well she gets out of this situation. Onto her 2nd stroke. She's flown the green there. I think just a bit too much of effort on that one. Well, she needed to get out of the rough, and I think just packing in a bit of a wallop into that shot. I wouldn't say that's too bad a placement, but it still, of course, stands a bit of a distance from well, the target. Give me a Joe. Well, she's going through the motions again today. So Choi Carbin is, of course, the new leader with that 9 under. She finished with 67 points and a 5 under score today. Rose Ingui is catching up. She's through only hole 7. She's already up to an 8 under. She's already nailed 4 underscores. And in tied third, you've got Lee Si-hee and Mada Som, who sit there with 7 under. So a couple of changes that we're looking at on the table as on the leaderboard currently. And I think that's very interesting to see how this event, of course, will progress. You've still got Jaravi Bunchat, Lee Sung-yeon and Bai So-yoon, who are tied 5th as well with that 6 under and scores of 69, 68 and 68. And then, of course, Son Yi-bin and Jong Yoon-ji sitting there in tied 9th with that 5 under. All these golfers still very much in the running. Remember, we've got 4 days to play for, and we aren't just looking at, 1 day. So I think that's the important bit as far as, well, this event is concerned. interesting turn of events here. Will be interesting to see how well our golfers perform. Wang Yumin has a moments of joy and then has a moments of well, challenges. And that tap-in will do it for her. She's got 2 under, 3 birdies and a bogey in there on the out. 33, but not a bad way to up her game. Meanwhile, here's Mada Som. She's carrying a 7 under score. Hole number 10. And that birdie might be a little bit of a stretch, but she'll aim for it. Green. Looking at gaining ground with a approach shot. That's well done. Absolutely well done, and just what the doctor ordered. Sill onto a second stroke for hole 8, carrying that 4 under. It's been an interesting one for her as well. Mada Som looking to finish on par. .3% par saves for her. It's going to be interesting because she's got to keep that her score untouched. She was the biggest mover yesterday, queen of the leaderboard. But today it's very interesting to see how she'll perform. And that's a decent enough finish from her, so that 7 under score will stay intact for the time being. Bang Chun-sil has got a chance now to go up to a 5 under. Well, just slightly off the mark. I think she'll have to settle for an even score here. Wang Yumin will tee off for hole number 10. Kim Yoo-jo, he's off for hole number 10 as well. 484 meters to cover. Had a birdie yesterday on this hole. It's a par 5 for the asking. She's been fairly confident with her gameplay today, and I think that's interesting. Quick rehydration for her here. She's happy about that. Som, she's got to craft her path out now. She's on to a second stroke for hole 11. Just missed out on a birdie previously. 142 meters is what she's looking at. She's going to go in with a 7-iron. A very comfortable day so far. I think it's been a good one, and it's going to work well as far as our golfers are concerned. Kim Min-sun 7, aiming for birdie on hole number 9. She's up to a 3 under. So 29 degrees Celsius, 2.8 miles wind speeds, and that's just skipped over the destination for Kim Min-sun. So the temperature is pretty much the same as it was yesterday. It's not too cold, it's not too hot either, just bordering towards hot from pleasant, if that's the way to put it. And I think that should work as long as the wind speeds remain at this, which is why some of the golfers have been getting their putts right. Of course, if that changes, yesterday wind speeds up to about 4.5 to 5 miles, and that makes a huge difference. Predicted weather for today is a fairly easy day, slightly cloudy, not too much. Kim Hyo-jo onto a second stroke for hole 10. That's just going to shift past. Wee up next using a 9-9. It's going to be an approach shot for hole number 9. That's going to land right there on the green for her, just crawling away from the flagstick, which I think could be a bit of a bother. And it's over to Wang Yumin, second stroke for hole 10. Well, I think her aim was just to try and keep herself going on the fairways. A very exciting golfer to watch on her day, Wang Yumin. And Bang Shin Sil will go into the 50-degree wedge, 108 meters to cover, her second stroke for hole 9. And that approach shot will be important. And she's flown the green as well, just a little bit, not too much. But a birdie just might be a very, very tough ask from this spot. First trudge along. Got our focus on this trio here. Kim Hyo-joo. She's been performing really well. She's on to her third stroke for hole 10, 79 meters to the hole. (29 years old, Kim Hyo-joo). She won the 2014 Evian Championship, setting the record for the lowest 18-hole score at a major with a 61 in the first round. It was the first major appearance. Took up LPGA Tour membership in 2015. She's a native of Gangwon. Gangshun Sil gets close, but not close, too close. 25 wins that Kim Hyo-joo has got. And on the LPGA Tour of Japan, she's had 1. In Korea, she's had 14. Ladies European Tour, she's had 3 wins. In the LPGA Tour, she's had 7. So Bang Shin-sil will clean that up with an even score to finish with 34 on the out and a 4 under. Kim Hyo-joo was ranked number 7 in the world in 2014, and then again in 2023, 2021 and 22 she was at number 9. I'll be looking to do better this time as well. Yes, Hwang Yoo-min now. Hwang Yoo-min landing herself in on the green. Yes, Roh Seung-hui. She'll aim for birdie on hole number 9. Choi Cobbin still at the top with that 9 under. She picked up 5 underscores today and a score of 67 overall. Ryo Seung-hui is only through hole 8, but she's in second with 8 under and a 4 underscore that she's picked up today. Lee Se-hee and Mada Som with 7 under are in tied third. Mada Som is still through hole 11, so she's got a lot to play for here. So Kim Hyo-jo, well, doing her bit here today. She's one of the popular golfers. Remember, she's done a lot in terms of her achievements. Marasom will tee off for hole number 12. Remember, it's a par 3 for the asking. Can be a bit of a tricky hole, and your tee off is so important to try and get yourself closer to the flag stick, because it tends to be a bit of an effort to try and earn a birdie here. Wang Yu-min, picture of concentration. She'll just need to tap that in to finish it off. Yuri will tee off for hole 1. She's carrying a 1 over score. Kim Hyo-jo teeing off for hole 11. 355 meters. She's actually enjoyed a game here today. Really, she's got a whole lot of fans too. Absolutely wonderful tee up from her, you'd believe. Has a very cool and calm demeanor. She's a cool golfer. Now getting ready to tee off for hole 11. Here is, well, Hwang Yu-min. Remember, it's a par 4 for the asking. And, you know, I think if you can get, well, closer to the destination, that's so important. 355 meters. Good bit of a wallop in that shot from Hwang Yu-min. Kim Si-yoon will tee off for hole number 11. That's well placed, just outside, just off the fairways. Kim Si-yoon, of course, was fantastic at the Heaven Masters. She went through, well, changes upon changes. Marasom aims for birdie on hole number 12. That's just going to trickle forward. I do believe she would have liked it to have, well, just stretched a bit more. Meanwhile, here's Lim Hee Jong onto a third stroke for hole number 10. Well, getting onto the carpet is one thing, but being able to pull in those underscores, well, that's where it really all comes together. Kim Yoo-jo will go next. It's a good picture of concentration. She's got a cell phone to the green. She was fairly close actually to it. I think I would have been hoping for, well, just a better positioning, but that should work for her. Looking for a way through here, Hwang Yu-min. I think she's just trying to find a ground, get back to, well, the normal situation. Cho Ah-yeon will aim for birdie on hole 15. Fairly confident, well, move from her. Lim Hee Jong, chance for a birdie on hole 10. It's a bit of a distance. She's got a slope to deal with as well. Almost well played, just needed a little bit more to the left from her, I do believe. Kangayul will aim for birdie on hole number 14. Jung Yoon-ji goes next. She'll aim for birdie on hole number 10. And I think she'll be happy because she's moved up to a 6 under. Good conversation there with her caddy as well. And elsewhere on the golf course, Han Na Kyung aiming for birdie on hole 15, and she nails it. Kim Si-yoon aiming for birdie on hole 11. She sits just on the outside of the tin cup. A gentle tap in should clean that up for her. Yes, Kim Min-sun 7. Chance for birdie on hole 10, and she's up to a 4 under. I think that's going to work well for her. Just a narrow miss for a birdie here for Kim Hyo-joo. She'll have to take an even score. Meanwhile, from just inside the green, just making it inside, here's Hwang Yoo-min. She's got to, well, gauge the situation well.
진짜 안 먹어요.
먹어보려고. 이거 먹으려는 거 아니야?
먹는데 하나밖에 없어.
아니 뭐?
So back to the action here.
자, 플레이하겠습니다.
Kim Hyo-joo up next. Ryo Seung-gui, third stroke on hole number 10. She's done fairly well so far, but I think if she can, get these approach shots right, she could fairly well finish, at the top of the table. Now that's good placement. That is very good placement. She'll just have to work with the wind speeds, as you can see, that flag stick dancing to the right. And I think that she'll have to be very decisive in the way that she, goes ahead with her putt here today, at least for this hole. Meanwhile, Madasom. Wang Yu-min will tee off for hole number 12. It's par 3 for the asking, just 150 meters to cover, but this is a bit of a tricky hole. Lim Hee-jung, second stroke. And just a quick update on how things stand. Choi Cobbin still ruling the roost there. Ro Seung-wi's got a chance to catch up. She's with 8 under, just behind Choi Cobbin, and still through hole 9. Only Lee Si-hee and Mada Som are in tied third with 7 under. Mada Som through hole 12. And you got An Yoon-ju, Jaravi Bunchat, Lee Sung-gyun, and Jong Yoon-ji, Park Hae-jun, all with 6 under in that tied 5th. So it's going to be interesting to see, well, how this progresses. So there we go with that tied 5th again. Jaravi Bunchat, Lee Sung-gyun, Bai So-yoon, Jong Yoon-ji, Park Hae-jun, all with 6 under. Park Hae-jun and Jong Yoon-ji are still playing. Jong Yoon-ji through hole 10, Park Hae-jun through hole 8. And they, of course, are still tapping in at that top order. Remember, it's only round 2. And what happens today is most of these golfers will go through to the next round. And that's when, of course, things just start changing. And that's really precisely, if you ask me, it all changes in round 3. So left to be seen, but as of now, things seem to be fairly decent. And I think our golfers do have a lot to work towards. Well, certainly seems to be something in here as far as our golfers are concerned. On next, she'll aim for birdie on hole number 10. Lee Jong goes up next. And that birdie on hole 11 will get her to an even score. So she's had 1 bogey and 2 birdies in there. I think she's just going to be happy to, try and avoid getting those bogeys in today. Han Jin-seon next. She'll aim for birdie on hole number 13. Kim Hyo-jo going through the motions. Ryo Seung-hui up next as she aims for birdie on hole 10. I think that could be a bit of a worry for her, but I don't think she's going to be too concerned, because as long as she can get those even scores, it should work for her. But Ma Da-som, well, will be very keen on upgrading, well, her performance here today. That's tapped and easy, so Ma Da-som will be happy about it. Wang Yumin certainly will need to do a lot more. Chi-yoon goes in with her jobs.
끝났습니다. 이동 멈춰주세요.
Mew Joe will go on next. Kim Yoo-joo teeing off for hole number 13. That exodus, of course, has grown since yesterday. The groups have kind of increased in size. As I said, fans, family and friends have all turned up here. They're going in with a 7-iron. Here's Hong Jun Min for hole number 11, 154 meters to cover. She's worked behind the scenes, got herself up to a 4-under score. Kim Min-sun 7 goes next as she tees off for hole 12. It's a par 3 for the asking. Kim Min-joo on to a third stroke for hole 14. Carrying in with the 3-under. And she's just got a bit too much of club on that to land herself onto the rough. Meanwhile, it's over to Mada Som. She's on a 14th hole. It's on a third stroke for the 14th hole. 9 cover. Bit of a chilly dip there from her. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Ryo Seung-hui. And that's the 11th. Well, hole for her. She's done very well. Another birdie in there, so that takes a birdie count, well, up to 6. And she's just had 1 bogey. She's always smiling. I do remember the Heaven Masters. She had to take a dunk along with the caddy. I don't know whether it was a dad or a manager into the pool, and she just jumped in like a little girl. And that was really pretty much after I'd said goodbye and had to come back for that. Just it was such a funny event. Kim Yoo-joo, second stroke for hole 13. And that's a good thing about our golfers, right? I mean, the Heaven Masters at the Heaven Resort, it was kind of mandatory. They wanted the golfer to do that. And these golfers are such great sports. They're always, well, game to help out, to cheer the audience, or, to really please. They're very, very humble, very friendly. And that's one of the reasons why the fans turn up to support them. Kim Yoo-joo needs to replace that tuft. And I think it's Bang Shin-sil now as she gets in from inside the green. Will aim for birdie on hole number 11. Wang Yumin. She's on to a second stroke for hole 13. 119 meters to cover. Well, decent enough positioning from her. She's got herself onto the carpet. It's all about now trying to, swing those birdies through. And while we talk about that, elsewhere on the course, there's Hong Chun Min. Will aim for birdie on hole 11. She's already up to a 4 under. And that would be now to take her score to a 5 under. That's tapped in, so she's up to a 5 under, consecutive birdies on hole 10 and 11. She finished with a 3 under yesterday. Today she's up to a 5 under. It's been a slow and steady rise. Blemish-free performance on the out with absolutely no bogeys in there. And touch wood, we hope it stays that way. So now Ryo Seung-hui has tied with Choi Ka-bin with a 9 under score in first position. She's only through hole 11, which means she could finish at the top of the leaderboard depending on how the next 7 holes go. Lee Si-hee and Park Hae-jun are still in tied third with 7 under. And then you've got the tied fifth Mada Som, Jong Yoon-ji, Seo-kyu Rim. They are all still playing through the event in round 2. So very interesting to see how this pans out. But for the moment, the golfer to watch in round 2 is Ryo Seung-hui. And after that win at the Heaven Masters, I'm sure she'd be hungry for another tournament win. Samara Som really picking herself up here, trying to do the best that she can. And I think that it's going to be very interesting to see how to, well, craft a game and get back up, or that's just skipped the destination. So here of course is Kim Hyo-joo. Yes, Park Hae-jun now. She gets into her in. Will tee off now for hole number 10. Ryo Seung-wi will go on next as she tees off for hole number 12. Oh, she's gained a good bit of ground here. I think it's going to be interesting to see how she, well, progresses. Bang Chun-sil goes next. Hwang Yu-min tees off now for hole number 14. Kim Shi-yoon goes next. I think she's got a good bit of distance. On the fairways, and are looking to emulate that now. It's Kim Hyo-joo. Bang Chun Sil will go on next as she aims for birdie on hole number 12. Meanwhile, it's over to Rosungwi. Let's figure out what she can come up with. Oh, that's just turned in. That ball decided it had to go, and Yo Rosungwi now by hole number 12 is up to being the topmost on the leaderboard. She's got a 10 under and she's gone ahead of Troy Carbin. And I think that that's a very, very interesting equation now for us. So all said and done, it looks like it's turning out to be a very interesting event. Stay with us, don't go anywhere as we continue with the action right here in, well, the Lotte Open 2025. Oh, what an event this is turning out to be. What a beautiful event, if you ask me. And there's lots to expect, from this going ahead as well. But for now, while our golfers do go through the motions, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they can, create, well, some sort of a difference. Kim Shi-yoon. Second stroke for hole 14, 294 meters to cover. Kim Hyo-jo onto a second stroke for hole 14. Here's Mara Som, second stroke for hole 15. Min will attempt her second stroke as well on hole 14, and this is going to be an interesting one for her. Kim Na-young, he's off for hole number 1. here's Wang Yumin. Kim Shi-yoon and, well, of course, Kim Hyo-joo walking forward towards their next destination. It's going to be important to see how they all perform. Because all said and done, it's always going to be important to see, well, who really makes the cut and who doesn't. And I do believe that, the focus on these golfers has been so important when you're talking about Wang Yumin, Kim Shi-yoon, and of course Kim Hyo-joo. And I think it's the right trio to have picked for the day. Having said that, I always believe the one golfer who makes that difference is Ryo Seung-hui. She did it, in the Heaven Masters. She's done it at a couple of other tournaments. She just shines, when it's least expected and comes up with those amazing, winners. And that's what makes really the difference for a golfer like her. Wang Yumin on to her third stroke now. Here's Marason carrying a 6 under there, and she's just going to miss that by a tad bit. I don't think it's going to bother her too much. Jung Yoon-ji goes next as she aims for birdie. Now that's well done by her. Very well done. It'll just put her in good stead as well. She's been performing exceptionally well here today, Jung Yoon-ji. Third stroke for Kim Hyo-joo. And a good effort from her. Ryo Seung-hui up next, the second stroke for hole number 13. Next, it's Bong Shin-sil. That's going to sit just inside or just on the border. So, well, sometimes you always want to make sure that. And Hong Junmin, oh, well, she'll just soak it in. I do love her demeanor. She's always got this calm disposition. Kim Shi-yoon, I think will go next. You've got Wang Yumin and Kim Hyo-jo also there to, you know, make their efforts or to do what they can. Kim Shi-yoon will aim for birdie on hole number 14, and I think it's going to be fairly, well, tough hole. 15.7 meters to the hole, but I don't put it past her. There was, well, just one of those events, the Heaven Masters, where she just shined, and she shined bright like a real star. So we'll get an applause for her efforts. Bang Sin-sil onto her third ball stroke. Needed to chip that in, and that's just gone past the destination. Ryo Seung-hui is just one of those golfers who does come in and start off in a very, very easy manner. Always looks like she's just going to play a regular, you know, round of golf and get on with it, but she always does shine, and that's very, very interesting to watch her in action. Wang Yumin will aim to finish on par for hole number 14. Kim Hyo-jo aiming for birdie on hole number 14. Yeo Seung Wee on a fourth stroke. That of course is to finish on par. And it looks like she'll have to drop a point here. Just a tad bit of disappointment for her. But I think, well, she's still got herself in good stead. There's still a few more holes to play for, and she could still very well finish at the top of the heap. Having said that, let's move on. It's Han Na Kyung. She tees off for hole number 1. Bong Sin-sil looking to finish on par for just took the words out of my mouth, and she just about finished on par. So I think it's a fairly decent finish for her on this one. Hong Jun-min up next as she looks to finish with an even score on hole number 13.
벙커 안에서 2바퀴 돌았어.
감사합니다.
Kim Yoo-jo tees off for hole number 15. That one arm follow through, of course, just means that sometimes you aren't entirely in control of your shot. You just leave it to a bit of a free hand. And well, most golfers do that every now and then. Mada Som up next. Second stroke for hole 16. Excellent approach shot from her. And that puts Mada Som in contention of another birdie while Kim Se-yoon gets ready to go with her tee off for hole 15. 330 meters to cover. She's got a 3 over score for the time being. backed in a good bit of a wallop on that one. I think that's going to work well for her. Wang Yumin also gaining a good bit of ground on the fairways, keeps it fairly straight, and I think that's going to work in her favor. And the caddy knows it. He's got that smile. We will tee off for hole 14. It's a par 5 for the asking. We're looking at about 497 meters. That ball afraid of the dark, and it's got to be a bit disastrous for her, but she just cleaned it up nice and easy. I think just one of those moments. Well, that's got to be the most painful moment as a golfer, when your ball just sits out peeking into the tin cup. So Choi Karbin and Roh Seung-hui still there with at the top with a 9 under tied first. Roh Seung-hui, of course, did drop a point, otherwise she was the leader for a while. Lee Si-hee and Park Hae-jin in tied third with 7 under, and then An Yoon-ju, Jaravi Boonchart, Lee Sung-yoon and Bae So-yoon are in tied fifth, along with Jong Yoon-ji and Seo Kyu-rim. Still, Jong Yoon-ji and Seo Kyu-rim are playing out their day's event. Then you've got that tied 11th, where Mada Son sits with Sohee Bin and two of their counterparts. Kim Yoo-ju doing her best as well. Not a bad finish at all for Mara Som as she gets a birdie on hole 16, had 2 bogeys in there on the in, so she's back up to a 6 under. She was at 7 under for a good bit of time. Wang Yumin up next. So Wang Yumin gets a positioning right on this one, and it looks to be fairly interesting. I do believe that it could work in her favor. Here's Ryo Seung-hui back again. She's been a golfer in focus. Well, did ascend to the top of the leaderboard, but in the previous one she did have to, well, bogey her effort. That was at hole 13. But here she is. It's hole number 14. Her approach shot now will matter. And that's just going to sit outside the green. So I do believe it's going to be okay. And just a quick conversation there with her caddy. Meanwhile, Kim Shi-yoon needs to come in from outside the green as she aims to birdie on hole 15. It's going to be a bit of an effort, but she has, well, come up with stellar shots in the past, couple of tournaments. So anything could happen. That's a decent enough well move there for Kim Shi-yoon. I think she'll be happy about it. So Kim Yoo-ju, I think she's delighted the audiences. She's done very well here, played in an extremely calm manner. Excellent temperament from her, that we're looking at. And there it is. Another finish from her. She's been, well, keeping those even scores, but probably would be quite keen on changing things around a little bit. Yumin aims for birdie on hole number 15. 22.02% the birdies this season, 5th in the rankings with that. And that's a nice finish from her. She'll be happy about it. Min next. Song tees off for hole number 17. Next, it's going to be Huang Yumin. She's off for hole number 16. Here's Ryo Seung-hui. Aiming for birdie on hole 14. Well, as long as she can keep an even score, I think she won't be too well worried. Kim Hyo-jo getting ready to tee off now. And that's for hole 16. Function Sil will need to work for this birdie on hole 14. She's still at 4 under. Hasn't moved too much since yesterday where she was at 3 under. Once again, she's missed out on a couple of putts here today. And well, that one's just flown a bit too far. And I think she knows that. Well, there are days when she'll just shine and come in with birdie after birdie. There was one of those moments, if not mistaken, it was at Heaven Masters on day 2, where she was just knocking in those birdies like there was no tomorrow. Bangchen Sil will finish with an own par, and I think as long as she can do that, avoid getting those plus scores in, I think that'll work in her favor. Hong Jun-min will go next. That's a tap in from her. will continue with her day at the office in the best way that she can. And once again, oh, that shot is absolutely beautiful. Stunning, isn't it? Now, this gives you a view of the other side of town where you've got a couple of residential houses, lower structures, and then you've got all the buildings in the background. Of course, if you look at just the immediate, just beyond this, you can see all those little houses. And there's also, well, residential properties or bungalows that are close by. Then you've got the highway, or the main road, which is on a bridge, which we did see earlier. And talk about getting support from, the fans, and that always works, doesn't it? It's always such a good thing. Wang Yumin, that's a bit of a glorious lift. A good chip from her. Well, we'll sit on the green.
자, 이장의 선수님도 다시 한번 응원의 박수 부탁드리고요.
So Troy Carbon continues to lead the way with Ryu Seung-gui tied in at that tied first. Sorry, it's two of them that continue to lead the way. We do have, of course, Lee Si-hee and Park Hae-jun now, who are at 7 under in tied third, and that's changed. And then, of course, you've got An Yoon-ju, who, of course, is also in there very much. And then in that tied fifth, you've got Jari Boonchant, Lee Sung-yoon, Bai So-yoon, Mada Som, Jong Yoon-ji. Mada Som was at 7 under. She's dropped actually to that 6 under. So it will be interesting to see how well she progresses, through the day as well. All said and done, it's been a change, and we wanted to see, well, more of those underscores come in, and I think it's been a very, very constructive day for us. Now let's hope that we continue in the same vein till we get to the end of day's play.
소리를 많이 들려주시길 바라겠습니다. 자, 세 번째 샷을 위해 그림으로 다가오는 두 선수에게 다시 한번 힘찬 응원의 박수를 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 우리 선수에게 응원의 메시지를 보내주세요. 앞에 QR코드가 화면에 나가고 있습니다. 여러분 핸드폰 꺼내셔서 QR코드 사진 찍으시고 우리 선수들에게 응원의 메시지를 보내주시면 되겠습니다. 우리 선수 한번만을 소개할 때마다 힘찬 응원의 박수와 함성으로 맞이해주시길 바라겠습니다. 먼저 김민결 선수입니다. 이어서 손민규 선수입니다. 이 선수로 샷이 나오면 지금은 큰 목표 한 손으로 해주시면
So while Bangchan still furthers the cause, here's Ryo Seung-hui. She's on to a second stroke. She's still the joint leader there. They'll go with a 48-degree wedge. 106 meters to the hole. Still carrying that 9 under, which I think has worked fairly well for her. But I do believe it's going to be quite a bit of a stretch going forward to see how she can perform. All said and done, it's still quite something to look forward to. Hwang Yumin goes on next. And she'll aim for birdie on hole number 16. She's still stuck at that 2 under. And she'll tap it in for a clean finish. Seo Kyo-rim goes next as she aims for birdie on hole 14. Oh, that is agonizingly close for her, and I do believe she could have actually found a way through. Well, it's just moments like that that can be just a bit annoying, I think, for the golfers. But having said that, that's the sport, isn't it? You just got to do your best and then hope to make the cut. It's back now. Oh, that is a lovely finish. And Kim Min-byul will accept that, an eagle for her. Remember, Yoo Hyun-jo did that yesterday, and Kim Min-byul finishes with a 2 under here today. And she's got a smile there for the crowd. Lovely finish from Kim Min-byul. And an eagle, what a way to end the day. She gets a pat from a caddy as well. Well, I'd give her a pat on the back if I was there. That's such a beautiful way to finish the day. Yoo Hyun-jo did it yesterday. Kim Min-byul did it today. And it looks like the eagle stays for the end. Now it's over to Kang Jae-yoon. She tees off for hole number 1. It's back to Ryo Seung-hui. Ryo Seung-hui is currently looking for a birdie. She'll have to be very, very careful with the effort. She's right now on hole 15.
자, 성민규 선수에게 박수 보내주시고요. 자, 오늘 땡스 마침내
Just a gentle tap forward from her.
김민철 선수 먼저 이기는 좀 주고 그리고 수고 많으셨습니다. 우리 선수들이 여러분의 선물 드립니다. 선물 받을 때 안전에 유의해서 우리 선물 받고 싶은 사람 손 질러. 이번에 함성이 끝.
And I think that'll do it for her. She'll be happy.
자, 우리 김민철 선수.
It's over to Sim Ji-yeon. And there we go with another fine finish. It looks like everybody is either finding an eagle or a birdie there on that last hole. We will find out, of course. The 18th hole seems to be the most favored one right now, or the most desirable one. Wang Yu-min will tee off for hole number 17. That's a fancy shot, well, coming from her. It's back to Bang Shin-sil. Now a birdie definitely, within her reach. And that's well played by her. So Bang Shin-sil doing fairly well here. Kim Hyo-jo, he's off for hole number 17. So as we get towards, the end of day's play, we must keep in mind the fact that it's been a very interesting time for our golfers here. Ji-yeon. Seven goes next. just a tad bit impulsive on that shot there. That will be a bit of a bother for her. I think she was just expecting to do a little bit better than that. Jong Yun-ji, we've missed her. She's on to hole number 16 and fairly well so far. She's expecting to get another underscore here, but she'll have to wait her turn. Next. Jong will aim to finish on par here for hole 16. And she will land up bogeying that one. It's definitely not a part of the plan, but she finishes hole 16 with, well, +1. She's still got 2 more holes to play for, and that could be a bit of damage control for her. Meanwhile, Kim Shi-yoon, along with that trio that we've been focusing on, they're on to hole number 17. Kim Shi-yoon will aim for birdie here. She's got a 3 over score. Hasn't been a great day at the office for her, that's for certain. Narrowly missing out. But a quick tap in will give her an even score. Both golfers with almost similar outfits. If you look at it, Kim and Ju will aim for birdie on hole 18. The same blue and white, except for the socks. And that's just skip past the destination for Kim Min-ju. She should be able to clean that up easy. Yeah, Swang Yumin, as she aims for birdie, will have to be very careful with the putt. There's a bit of a descent there. That slope downwards and then a bit of a turn. Definitely like to take a position up to a 3 under. Well played. Well played by Hwang Yumin, and it's 3 under for her. She's in tied 20th, but she's still very much there. She had a bogey there on the in. Still got 1 more hole to play for. Meanwhile, Han Jin-seon, wearing the same outfit as Kim Min-ju, just different shoes and socks. Will aim for birdie here on hole 18. And that's just slipped out at the last minute. The last second would be more like it. And Han Jin-seon finishes with 3 under. 32 on the out, 37 on the in, had a bogey on the out, but otherwise 4 birdies for the day. That's over to Kim Hyo-joo. Worked out for her as well. And a gentle tap-in should solve the issue. Well, not too happy about that. Just a little bit more. Just explaining that to a caddy. So they've got one more hole to play for. Meanwhile, Mara Som is down to her last play for the day. She can finish with the birdie. She'll go back up to that 7 under score that she had. And yes, she does. So Mara Som does well here. Looking to get off the slope right now, Seokyu Rim. It's a 15th hole, her approach shot. Well, that's a beautifully placed shot. Absolutely wonderful effort from Seokyu Rim. She was very good yesterday. So left to be seen what she can do to finish off today's round. And where exactly she will stand at the end of today's round. Ju will tee off for hole 18, 410 meters to cover. It's a par 5 for the asking. While here's Ryo Seung-hui, she tees off for hole 16. Still the joint leader, going in with a 6 iron. Sorry, that's the second stroke for hole 16. It's got 149 meters to cover. Third stroke on hole 15. And that's a nice finish, beautifully chipped as she earns a birdie. Shin Ji-won does well here. She'll be pleased as punch with that. Meanwhile, Bong Shin still struggling well through the motions here. Second stroke for hole 16. Seokyu Rim will aim for birdie on hole 15. She could go up to a 6 under as well. Just a narrow miss for her. She'll need to just nudge that ball forward to finish off for her efforts. So Kim Shi-yoon does well with her placement, and I think that that's what she really wanted, to get, you know, as close as possible. She struggled through much of her putts today. Hwang Yoo-min goes next with her, well, second effort for hole 18. Will be interesting to see if she can actually, well, reach the green, and that could set her up for an eagle. And yes, she has. That's a very, very interesting ball stroke from her. Absolutely wonderful from Hwang Yoo-min. That's something to look forward to. It will be a great bit of joy for her if she can actually finish off, you know, with an eagle here.
뜻깊은 일을 좋은 기록도 달성하고 뜻깊은 일에 함께할 수 있도록 여기 계신 여러분들이 이 선수 힘낼 수 있도록 힘없는 응원의 박수와 함성 소리를 더 크게 해주시면 감사하겠습니다. 그리고 잠시 뒤에 화면에 QR코드가 뜨면 우리 선수들에게 응원 메시지를 보낼 수가 있습니다. 핸드폰 카메라로 QR코드를 스캔하시고 우리 선수들에게 힘이 되는 응원의 메시지 많이 보내주시면 감사하겠습니다.
There's Sungri. It's interesting as we get to this part now. Lim Hee-jung aimed for birdie on hole 17. That's going to be a rather difficult bit of play, but she almost actually had it covered, and that's impressive from her. Bang Sil aims for birdie on hole 16. She too, well, she did get up to 5 under after struggling for 4 under for a good bit of time. It'll be interesting to see if she can, you know, uplift her, well, chances. And I do believe that that's worked in her favor. We do have a good bit of action here. There's a bit of music as well.
자, 다시 한번 우리 선수들 한분 소개해 주도록 하겠습니다. 가장 먼저 우리 김효주 선수입니다. 이어서 황유민 선수입니다.
Talk about the music. That's there to motivate our golfers as well. And I think if that works for them, it's going to be a good thing. Kim Hyo-joo will now aim for eagle on On hole 18, remember, all three golfers got the ball onto the green. And I think a birdie might be a better option for her here. Elsewhere on the course, Jong Yun-ji on hole number 17. Be keen on nailing a birdie. Happy camper, Jong Yun-ji has had a fair share of worries as well today. Also setting herself up now for a birdie. Still gets ready to tee off for that hole-in-one. Let's not forget that this is hole number 17, par 3 for the asking, 173 meters. She's employing a 6-iron. She's got a score to a 5 under. Will be very keen on finishing at least with a 6 under to put herself in a good position for tomorrow's event. She's got it at a good bit of distance from the flagstick. I don't think she was entirely in control of that tee-off. Just a bit of a loose-ended drive towards the end now. Wong Yu-min, can she do what her other two counterparts couldn't? Earn an eagle. She'll also have to be careful because a bit too much of a push could also get that ball into dangerous territory. Currently, Wong Yu-min 3 under. Wong Yu-min aiming for eagle. That's it. Absolutely stunning shot here from Wong Yu-min. She does pretty much what Kim Min-byul did. An eagle for her. She's up to a 5 under, 33 on the out, 34 on the in. And appreciation there from the audience as well. And she's a happy camper. Beautifully crafted putt from her. Very confident, just the right amount of push. And an eagle to finish the day. So 5 under, Wong Yu-min is, well, that's what she does. There are days when she'll show you what she's capable of, and then there are days when she will slump. Let's hope tomorrow is another big one for her. Yes, she does. So now it's only Kim Shi-yoon who's left. Kim Hyo-jo also incidentally finishing with a 5 under, 4 birdies and a bogey in there. I think both Kim Hyo-jo and Wong Yu-min finishing with 5 under. And Kim Shi-yoon will bring her score down to a 2 as well. Not the best day for her, but she'll be glad to have finished off her event. That was an exceptional run for these ladies. Rosen Wee. She tees off for hole number 17. Remember, she's carried a 9 underscore. This is that hole in one that we're looking for. Her position of this shot is so important, and I think she's on a good streak here. That is an absolutely wonderful shot, and she could work towards a birdie for this. So just a view of the sign displays what the event is. Here's the detail. John 18 as of now. Dongyun goes next, 180 meters to the
저쪽도 못지않게 열심히 응원해 주시는데 아무래도
Sil aiming for birdie on hole number 17. Was a bit of a distance for her to cover. Seven goes next.
거리가 서로 밀수 없으니까 그 부분을 좀 나중에 연락드리겠습니다.
나중에 거리를 못하면 빵이야.
자, 반드시 빨간색 공을 안에서 빼시고 반납하셔도 되고 선물 적금 교환을 대별 시간에 하시면 인포메이션 할 수 있습니다.
Rosen Wee will go next. She aims for birdie on hole number 17. She too has had a fair share of worries here today, Rosen Wee, but she's done well so far. I think she'll try and continue in that same way.
얘들이 옷이다.
Meanwhile, Dongyun Gets herself onto the carpet here, fairly close to the flagstick for hole number 18. But she's had an interesting day too. And I think she's done fairly well to just perform, do as much as is needed for tomorrow's event. Function still meanwhile for hole 17. And that's a lovely tap in from her. I do believe much needed. She's had, you know, her work cut out too. And over at the other end, this might be slightly different for Limmy Jones. She's got a chance here for an eagle that could take her to a 1 under, nullify that 1 over score that she's got. Sail away from the hole. Join me. That happens to do it all for Limby Jones. She finishes with 35 on the out, 36 on the in, and the birdie to end the day, and an even score. So no eagle, but an even score would be good enough. Ryo Seung-hui will now tee off for hole number 18. Weak, gaining a good bit of ground. So the bumps in Sill as she tees off for hole 18. That's a good bit of a whip into that one. On 7. There's a chance here for an eagle on hole 18. That's a quick tap it, that'll solve the issue here. So Kimmonson, hole 7, finishes off with the birdie as well, and she's pleased as ever with that one. Wasn't going to be easy at her end either. And Hong Jung-Yun, sorry, who's had a fair share of birdies, finishes with a healthy 7 under. 5 birdies in there, 1 bogey, but that's a good score to get back into tomorrow's event. just got herself off the green. Well, she's still got 3 strokes to play for. An eagle might be out, but a birdie might still be, well, achievable here. Still goes next. And that's fairly impressive from her. She's got herself onto the green a little further than Ryo Seung-hui did.
나이스 샷.
So as we progress towards, well, pretty much our final moments of the day's play, let's very quickly remind you that we've had a change, of course, with Choi Kai-bin and Ryo Seung-hui still, stuck there in tied first with 9 under. If Ryo Seung-hui can nail a birdie on her last hole, which is hole 18 where she's at currently, she could of course finish at the top of the leaderboard where she was for about 2 holes before she dropped points. Park Hae-jun remains in third with 8 under, while Lee Si-hee and Jung Yoon-ji are in tied fourth with Mara Som with 7 under, and then there's An Yoon-ju, Jaravi Bunchant, Lee Sung-yoon and Bai So-yoon who have that 6 under, and they're stuck in tied 7th. They're still very much in the running. They all had great scores of 68, 69, 68, 68 today. And I think it's been a very good round of golf for most of the golfers. Then you've got the tied 11s that come in with a 5 under. Kim Min-sun 7, Kim Hyo-joo, Hwang Yu-min, Son Yi-bin, and then let's not forget Hong Jun-min, who's still playing her 18th hole. Now all these could be they could make for a great contest when they get in round 3, because familiarity with the course now, the fact that they've settled in, and that's the difference between a 3-day and a 4-day event. In 3 days, by the time you hit the 3rd day, you're settled in, but you may have not made the points necessary to get into the finale. In a 4-day event, not only do you have that opportunity, but you're also in the comfort zone. You pretty much know how things are going to pan out, except for weather conditions. That could change everything. But if not, if the weather stays the same, by the 4th day, it makes for a very tight contest between the golfers. So we continue with round 2 right here at the Bears Best in Cheongna. This is, of course, Incheon. My name is Glenn Mascarenas. We've been coming at you live from here. It is the 15th Lotte Open 2025. Lee Ga-young is the defending champion after having won it in 2024 in a playoff with Choi Yi-rim and Yoon Na. Having said that, this year it might be, just spoke about Lee Ga-young. She's in tied 23rd with the 3 under. It's been a bit tough for her, but you never know. She's that kind of golfer that really comes from behind, in the final 2 days, and we might see that happen. Very colorful there, the pink, the blue, those colors, and looking to get out of the sandbox now. That's Ryo Seung-hui. I don't know how she landed up there. Her approach shot normally is much stronger, but it will be interesting because she's got to chip this out and set herself up for the next putt. Well, still at a bit of a distance, and I think she'll have to approach this carefully if she wants to maintain her points. Still a bit of a distance away from the target, as well, 3 golfers do try and earn those final points, finish on a good note. Left to be seen what they can produce here. Meanwhile, Hong Jun Min will aim for eagle on hole number 18.
Nice shot.
Hong Jun Min does well. So we'll aim for eagle, hole number 18. Oh, what a near miss. She's had so many of those today, and I would love to have seen her just finish that off in a nice manner. A tad bit unfortunate for her. The screen behind that does have all the visuals, and including, well, sometimes scores as well. It'll also show the winner on the main day. Needs to gauge the situation extremely well, especially if she wants to, well, avoid bogeying this, and I think that'll be her primary concern as of now. She wouldn't want to get herself into any sort of a tight spot at this point of time. Looking for an outright lead here. She needs to finish with the birdie for it. Well played, as Ryo Seung-hui will finish top of the heap today with a 10 under, and if you look at that, she's had 2 bogeys in there and she's had 7 birdies. Absolutely wonderful finish from Ryo Seung-hui. Just the right amount of push, using her wrist and those hands extremely well, very firm, to build that up, and beautifully done by her. Ryo Seung-hui finishes her, well, event. Hong Jun Min aims for birdie on hole number 18. here. Hong Chun-min, she's got 3 birdies in there, had all other even scores. Did not have a bogey, and I think that's very, very impressive. Hong Chun-sil will go next. And like her compatriot or like her counterpart, can she finish with a birdie as well? And she doesn't want to take any chances because there's a bit of an uneven surface there. She could go up to a 6 under if she birdies this. And yes, she has not too much of a worry as Blanchard still finishes with a 6 under. She'll be back to shine tomorrow. All even scores except for 3 birdies today. So she's added literally, well, a few points to her world score. Out on 3 or 4 birdies as well. It's Hong Chun-min and Ryo Seung-hui drop off, and right behind them they've got Hong Chun-sil. That's pretty much the end of day's play, and time to look at some of the best moments of the day. We start off, of course, with the 9th hole. Goes Choi Calvin. A very, very interesting day today. And on the 18th hole, DC He. She was at 6 under, moved up to a 7 under there. And if you just look at those well, birdies for her, they did fly in today. Ryan Jo, well, she also finished off with 6 under. Had a buzzard, a bogey, but rectified it with a couple of birdies. And on the first hole, Kim Yoo-ju needed a birdie here. Displaying her class in world golf. Absolutely calm and well constructed putt. So on the third hole, it was Ryo Seung-hui. Bit of a distance, she had to chip that over. And she found the tin cup. That was an absolutely marvelous shot from her. Really precision when it comes to her play today. Ryo Seung-hui back again here on hole number 6. Had to finish off with the birdie, needed a gentle tap in, and that ball just traveled fairly well for her. Then on the 7th hole, Ryo Seung-hui teeing off. It was a par 3 for the asking, 147 meters. At that point of time, she was in 2nd position with a 7 under score. Set herself up extremely well, put it very close to the flagstick for a birdie. Finished off with a birdie, moved up after the 7th hole to an 8 under and a 2nd position. The 11th hole needed a birdie to tie in with Choi Calvin at the top of the leaderboard. And that's exactly what she did. And she has those days, Ryo Seung-hui, but she'll just shine. Here she was on hole number 12, needed to finish with the birdie to claim the leadership. And yes, she did, as she moved up, moving Choi Calvin into 2nd. She took leadership of the board. At that time, she had about 6 birdies in there. And Ryo Seung-hui, then of course, that stumbling block which dropped her back down to the tied first. Mara Song, meanwhile, had her own share of worries, but she came good towards the end. There we go. As Mara Song finished with 7 under. She'll be back tomorrow as well. Meanwhile, we had Kim and Byul who gave us an eagle, and Yeo Swang Yumin. She had to cover this from a bit of a distance. Had a very good approach shot for hole number 18, and that fantastic eagle along with Kim and Byul definitely the player of the day, or two of them to be precise. So finished with a 5 under, 33 on the out, 34 on the in. Well, Kim Yoo-joo needed to finish with a birdie to end her day's action at 5 under. That's exactly what she did. She had a good day as well. And Roh Seung-hui needed to finish off as the leader with a birdie. Ended round 2 with the birdie and assumed that top spot once again. 31 on the out, 35 on the in. So there we go. Roh Seung-hui at the top of the heap with a 10 under score on 66 points. Choi Kar-bin with a 9 under score on 67 in second. Park Hae-jun is in third with an 8 under score. She's still through hole 17, which means she could finish in tied second. Lee Si-hee, Jong Yoon-ji, and Mara Som in tied fourth with 7 under. An Yoon-ju, Bun Chawat, and of course Bai So-yoon, Bang Shin-sil, Hong Jun-min, and Lee Sung-yeon are of course those that are still very much in the running for the championship. So just as we see it, the leader, Roh Seung-hui, it'll be interesting to see how she performs tomorrow. But for now, it's time for me, Glenn Mascarenas, to shut shop and ship out of here. And from the Bears Best in Cheongna, which is in Incheon, it's time for me to say bye-bye for now. But I'll catch you again tomorrow with round 3. And believe you me, round 1 was average. Round 2 was excellent. Round 3 might just blow us through the roof. So don't forget to join me back again tomorrow.